Welcome to the Warrior Winter Sports Show. Today we are going to talk about all our winter sports and how they're doing this season.
Welcome to the Girls Basketball Mid-Season Show. We're your hosts, Ariana Schleckaway,
Maddie Gillette.
The Warrior Girls Basketball team has been keeping busy with their 9-1 record. The team averages 53 points per game. They also are 42% from the field goal range, 46% from two-point range, 30% from three-point range, and 68% from free throw line.
The key contributors to this team are Peterson from three-point range with 42% and 52% from the two-point range. Book Harp with 80% from the free throw line and rebounds 8.6 per game and 46% from two-point range. Hannah Harp with 82% from the free throw line and 5.8 rebounds per game. Thompson with 60% from three-point range and 5.6 rebounds. We got a chance to interview the head coach, Jamie Parrish, and his thoughts about the season so far.
Yeah. How do you think the season's gone so far?
We're off to a good start. We've played a very difficult schedule to start the season. We've played a lot of ranked teams, and to be sitting where we are right now with only one loss is really impressive. So we're happy with where we're at.
What do you expect out of your team for the second half of the season?
You know, the second half we really got to focus on us getting better. We know we can compete with really good basketball teams, but we have a lot of things to work on offensively and defensively. So we're not worried about our record. We're not worried about who we're playing. We're really worried about the Warriors right now.
What are some things you want your team to work on?
Offensively, we want to have more quality possessions. We got to limit our turnovers. We got to make sure we're shooting good shots. And defensively, we're really good when we can recover and play in the half court. We need to get rid of other teams' transition and live ball turnovers.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Playing on varsity last year as a freshman, sophomore Grace Peterson has been a key contributor to the Warriors this season. We have the opportunity to talk to Grace and ask her how her sophomore year is going.
As a sophomore with the seniors. I love playing with my teammates. I love the team. It's been good to be able to contribute to the team and step up and be a leader. And I think we all work really well together and we communicate good, and yeah.
Okay, and then who do you think the toughest matchup has been so far this season?
It's hard. So far, obviously we had a tough loss against Harrisburg, and it's okay though because we're ready to play good in February, and I think Jefferson and O'Gorman, those have always been tough matchups, but we're ready to come out strong every game, so thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you for watching the Girls Basketball Mid-Season Show. Come watch the Warrior Girls in action against Watertown February 3rd at 7 o'clock in the main gym.
Welcome back to the WHS Sports Show. We are your hosts. I'm Alex.
I'm Gavin.
We are here to give you guys an update on our bowling team halfway through this season. The Warriors currently have a record of 8-1 on the season.
Today we will be interviewing Coach Derek Schumacher and varsity bowlers Alex Strawn about how their season is going. Go.
We're here with Alex Strawn today, interviewing him for the mid-season bowling show here. Alex, what are some things you do to prepare for a bowling match?
Yeah, honestly, I don't have much for you. I just honestly, I eat food before I go to the match. I'm kind of a boring book like that.
Yeah, like a pregame meal, or you just switch it up every day?
No, usually it consists of whatever I feel on the daily. When I go home, if I pass a restaurant, I'm like, that sounds pretty good, then eat that.
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
What is your end goal for this season?
Well, I did it last year, but I want to shoot a 300. I did that last year somehow. Somehow that happened, but I mean, yeah, I'm hoping I've gotten pretty close this year, but I kind of want to see if I can pull something out and do that. So yeah.
Speaking of that, what's the best game you've bowled this season?
A 290. I bowled a
Ooh.
I know. I bowled a 290. I missed my first shot, and then I struck out the rest of them. So.
How or when did you get started with bowling, or how'd that come about?
Yeah, so I've lived so close to the bowling alley my entire life, and so I've gone by the time I was 7. And my dad bowled in a league, and so he got it for free. So he was always like, "Yo, you gotta come with me."
So you grew up around it?
I grew up around it. I work there now.
Ooh,
I'm
full circle.
I know it is. I'm there too much. Oh my gosh! And then I started freshman year on the bowling team, and then kind of got my brother into it as well. And then so since then, yeah, I've been pushing to be on this team all 4 years. And so, yeah, so I basically started by the time I was like 7 or 8, just for fun. And then yeah, by the time I saw that you could actually like legitimately play, yeah, like by the time I actually beat my dad for the first time, I'm like, I want to actually like,
It's go time.
I want to go for
time.
it. Yeah, exactly. And so since then, it's been a grind to get to this point. But then I felt kind of bad. I was better last year than I was this year.
A slow start this year.
It's been a very slow start, but hey, I'll
plenty of
accept
time
it.
left.
I'll accept it. Yeah, it's okay.
When's your guys' next competition or match?
Yeah, we have a match next week against Jefferson and then State.
Sweet.
Here we go.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Next, we got Coach Derek Schumacher, and we were able to interview him about his thoughts on the season so far. What are some drills that you and the team go through each day at practice?
Drills, spare shooting. Spare shooting is always one of the top things that we work on constantly. So 7 pins, 10 pins. If they can't hit their mark and hit their spares, they're not going to win games.
Sounds good. How far do you think the team has come from the start of the season to now?
Ooh, tough question. That's a tough question. We've lost some games, so it's been a little up and down roller coaster at the beginning. But as far as execution, the perseverance as them coming through as a team has been great. So they have come along, not as much as I'd like. Let me put it that way. So
yeah. What is your biggest accomplishment for the start from the season?
Biggest accomplishment. So far, our JV boys are undefeated. I'd have to go with that. So,
what are your end goals for this season?
Win state tournament.
So your upcoming, how many games do you have left or matches do you have left for the season?
So Friday the 17th of February, we're going to be having our last match against Jefferson. And then right after that, we're going to have state the following Friday for our JV boys. And that's going to be held at Eastway Bowl. And then we're going to have on the 23rd, it'll be JV and varsity girls competing at their state tournament, and that will also be at Eastway Bowl. And then we'll have our varsity boys competing Friday the 24th at Sport Bowl here in Sioux Falls. So you guys can come out. Those state events are actually all-day events, so they start at 8 a.m. And if they make it all the way through, they're going to make it all the way through until they sometimes bowl until 4 or 5 o'clock. So even when you guys are getting out of school, you guys can always come and check it out too. So see the ending of it. It's pretty exciting.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, I'm Daniel Sanchez, and I'm here for your gymnastics mid-season show. There are 3 players that compete for gymnastics at Washington, one of them being a 7th grader and the other 2 attending Washington High School. Ariana Person is a sophomore at Washington, and Autumn Ananson is a junior. The head coach is Les Coyne. So far this season, the Warriors are trying to get back on track. They didn't start off so hot, but towards the end of the season, they'll try to get up in the rankings.
The gymnastics team didn't start off so hot, but towards the end of the season, they will try to get back on track.
So we're here with Ariana Pearson and Solo Wood.
Welcome to the boys basketball portion of the Washington mid-season show. I am your host, Bertier. Let's talk about the Washington Warriors boys basketball team. Let's get into the Washington boys team. Record is currently 6-5. Now let's hear from Coach Hanneman on what the team. I'm here with Hanneman, assistant coach for the varsity basketball team. Coach, how do you feel about tonight's game?
You know what? Tonight's game, it's a city game. Nothing like a city game. It's always going to be a battle. So going up against Roosevelt, you got to be ready. Their record is not as good as they'd like this year, but
the Warriors have a really good defense with giving up only 53 points per game while scoring 61 points per game. Let's take a look on what some of the young young Washington players have to say about upcoming games? All right, we're good. I'm here with Lucas Johnson, one of the starting five for Washington basketball team. How do you feel about the upcoming game tonight?
I think we'll do pretty good today because we've kind of been down the past few games, but I think we'll bounce back and do good against Brookings.
What did you say from Roosevelt, how that ended? How are you guys going to do better from not just offense, but also defense? What are you guys going to clear up, make some changes and stuff like that?
On defense, I think we'll just locate the players that we need to worry about the most more and not lose them. And then offensively, just push the ball more.
All right. Just like test the mic real quick though. All right, be straight. I'm here with Jalen Wilson. So, how do you feel confident about tonight's game?
I feel very confident. We had a good day of practice yesterday. We were focused, locked in. So, I feel like we're ready for today.
How do you feel about your offense and defense to do from last game? You guys did very poorly, but what do you guys feel like you guys can do better in this game to come out with the win?
Definitely could play better defense, sit down, sit in front, play solid, and move the ball around on offense, make smart plays, cut, rebound. Yeah, that's what's up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the WHS Wrestling Midseason Show. We're your hosts, JP Womack and Hector Rivera, and today we'll be catching you up on everything that's happened throughout the season up till now, including our meets, record, and scoring, along with guest appearances from wrestlers and coaches.
Washington currently has a win record of 155 to 204 and a fall record of 78 to 148. With a total of 694.5 points.
Our player wins in the top three are senior Abraham Myers leading the team with 25 wins and 148 match points, followed by sophomore Lane Knutson with 21 wins and 150 match points. Then sophomore Miles Udegesu trails with 14 wins and 64 match points. Meanwhile, Olivia Colbrecht has shown the best freshman performance at Washington with 13 wins and 56 match points, and Mekai Morgado close behind with 9 wins and 55.
Now it's time to gain some perspectives from the younger talents of Washington wrestling. Coming up next, we have...
What's been your favorite part of the season so far?
Probably the team dinners.
All right. What are your thoughts on your performance this season?
I think I've done pretty well. Oh, considering, I'm the only girl on the team, and I have to practice with, the guys on the team, and it's really awkward, so...
Do you feel that makes you a better wrestler having to go against the guys than other girls?
I feel like it's a good learning experience, and it's good to learn new skills that a lot of girls aren't going to use because they're afraid to use certain moves that we learn.
What have you learned and improved on from the first meet of the season up till now?
Probably my confidence, because in the first meets I was not taking shots or really doing anything, and now I'm more open when I'm wrestling.
How will you approach the rest of the season?
Probably with more confidence and just being able to do the moves I know I can do.
And as a freshman, how are you feeling about your future as a wrestler?
I think it's pretty open, and I feel like I could be pretty good if I just stick with it.
All right. All right. Washington may be down, but we're not out yet. We hope to see improvements going forward and expect great things from our young Warrior wrestlers.
Thank you for watching our Warrior Winter Midseason Show. You can always catch your Warriors in action on the YouTube live stream. And as always, keep slaying on, Warriors.